the Chico Speed for joining me here. This is my first time doing an Instagram Live with Chico's, and it's a little different than just picking up your phone and going. So I just want to start off by saying again, thank you for joining me here. I am super excited. I have been a fan and wearer of all things Chico's for about 2 decades now, but I'm a little bit slow on the tech, and you're never too old to learn new things. So bear with me if I'm squinting at the screen or trying to figure out what the comments are. My screen that I'm looking at you at is about this big. So we're all going to do our best here. I'm really excited to be here. If you don't know who I am, let me just take a brief moment. My name is Marnie Goldberg. I'm known as Miss Gold Girl across all social media, but please call me Marnie. Miss Gold Girl is not a real person. Like I said, I've been wearing Chico's for about 2 decades. I'm 52 years old. I'm married, mother of 2 grown sons, so I'm an empty nester like a lot of you watching, and currently mom to 2 dogs. Those are our fur babies right now. And I am super excited about everything I've picked out for you today. It's all over here. I have 6 outfits to share with you. This is the first one we'll get to in a second. They're all part of Chico's latest launch, their Americana collection. We are just a couple weeks away from the unofficial start of summer. Memorial Day weekend kicks it all off with all the barbecues and pool parties and gatherings. Goes through Flag Day, don't forget Flag Day in June, and then into the 4th of July. And while all of these pieces can be worn to any of those events, and we'll talk about where we're going to wear them, these are classic pieces. That's the great part of Americana. Very on trend for 2025 is the preppy style, Americana, all of that kind of comes together. And all of this is very wearable, very comfortable, very functional, but very modern and on trend. So I cannot wait to share all those things with you. Why am I saying I can't wait? We're here. We're doing it right now. So I wanted to give you guys a few moments to trickle in. And I am going to sneak up on the screen here to scroll and see if there are any comments, because my eyes are decent, but it's not great. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you here. Okay, I do want to remind you that if you want to shop any of the pieces that I'm sharing with you today, whether I have it currently on or it's over here or over there, just comment the word links, LINKS, and the lovely team behind the screen over at Chico's will be getting you that information. And yeah, it's almost impossible to see this stuff, but I'm so excited to see all the comments. That's amazing. And I really want to be able to answer your comments. So I am going to pop over to a different screen so I can see them a little bit better. Okay, let's start with outfit number 1. And the idea here is that we're going to go from the most casual looks to, I don't want to say the most dressy, but the dressiest option. Literally in this case, a dress. So let's start with something that, if you have known me for a while, you're probably in shock that I'm standing here on screen in shorts. I'm generally not a shorts girl. I feel like they're very constricting. I should tell you, I live in San Antonio, Texas. We know a thing or two about hot weather. I think today's high is 106 degrees. And you would think that that would mean I want to wear shorts all the time. Exact opposite. I find generally shorts to be constricting, heavier material, not as cool. It's just a longer, flowy material. However, Chico's, as with all things, gets it right. So these are a really lightweight, stretchy denim. What I love about these, well, so many things. Let's start with the fact that they're white denim, which instantly just feels cooler and looks cooler. Chico's no stain white denim is miraculous. It has a special technology, so it literally repels stains, which I need. I am a messy person. So I love that these stay white just constantly. In fact, I have my favorite all-time pair of white jeans is from Chico's. These are the Girlfriend Kick Flare. I've had these for years. In fact, I have worn these about 5 times and still haven't washed them since the last, I've worn them 5 times already since the last wash. Look at these. I mean, sparkling, beautiful white. So they're just incredible on the stain clean side. I also love that Chico's denim is really lightweight. It's actually wearable in the summertime. So that's enough about the denim, but the shorts themselves, the reason I feel very comfortable in these is a slightly, not quite an A-line, but basically a straight line cut to the jeans. And so they don't bind my thighs. I don't feel like And usually you see them a little tighter. I'm just going to say it. You kind of feel like you're in a sausage casing. Not so with these. These give you a little more room in the leg opening, slightly longer length. I feel like they passed the fingertip test. It's a little old fashioned. How many of you remember that from being in high school and middle school? So they passed the fingertip test. Here's another fun fact. These look like fully functional jean shorts, right? You've got the cute buttons here. Look at these cute buttons. All the little stitching and details, fully functional pockets, front and back, but they're pull-on. They're stretchy, they're pull-on. I would say these run true to size. I mean, they're amazing. So they're just 100% comfortable, easy to wear. And I don't see any questions. Sorry. Let me just take a little peek. So many comments. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, I'll just keep talking. I can go on forever. So these shorts, amazing. And obviously, because they're white, they're going with everything. And I could take these shorts and put them with pretty much every top that you see here, no problem. So I think they're a great investment. These are going to be great for any outdoor activity, a pool party, barbecue, but also just every day, running errands, going to the grocery store, picking up people, doing all the things. I so wish I could see all your comments. Okay. So that's enough about the shorts. If anyone has any questions specifically about these, let me know. And then we need to talk about this shirt. Okay. I've been talking already a lot about their denim. This is actually a denim shirt. It is pretty much the same material as what the shorts are made out of, but they're not a tencel blend, but they feel like they are. Oh, we had a really good question. Are these shorts sheer? Absolutely not. These are solid, even though it's a lightweight fabrication, it's solid denim. There is no sheerness. However, I don't know if you are aware that Chico's sister brand is Soma, and Soma makes the best undergarments. And in fact, I know we're all friends here, but I'm not showing you my underwear. I am in fact wearing Soma Endless underwear, and I'm wearing them in my skin tone. So even if they were, and you're gonna see, like I have these we're gonna get to next. These are a French terry. These are very much lightweight. As long as you're wearing skin tone underwear, you're gonna be good there. But no, these are not sheer. Next, let's talk about this shirt. So the denim, and does the shirt run true? The shirt definitely runs true to size. I should talk about my sizing. So in Chico sizing, I'm usually a 00 on the top and a 000 regular in bottoms. I'm like a 34 double D, so I need a little bit more room here. And that's kind of another great thing about Chico's is once you know your sizing, yes, of course, going in store is an amazing experience. And if you haven't tried that, I highly recommend going into a Chico's store. Their sales associates, they're friends you've never met. But the good thing is, if you do want to order online, and it looks like you're all familiar with being online since you're here with me, once you know your sizing, you can order with confidence. I've never had to return anything because it didn't fit, because I know I'm a 00 here, I'm a 000 here, regular length. Even though I'm 5'4", I'm kind of like right at the edge of petite. And so it works. So I do want to talk a little bit more on the details on this shirt. Let me get really close to you guys. So first of all, I can just get on the floor for you. These buttons are so pretty. They're actual buttons. They're not snaps, but look how pretty they are. Now the stitching, they call this ladder stitching. I think everyone needs a basic denim shirt in their closet. And once you have that, bump up to something like this. So all these little details, the little frills here, the little ruffle built in, the ladder stitching on the sides. It's a little bit of a short sleeve, but again, there's room at the arm opening. So really good upper arm coverage. And you can just wear it like this, very casual. You can definitely flip it over if you want. You can tuck it in. You can do a little tiny front tuck. I personally am a fan of the front tuck. It just gives a little more definition on the waist. And then before I move on to the next outfit, because I think I've talked long enough about this one, the unsung hero. Now you can only order these online. They don't have them in the stores anymore. But Chico's shoes are incredible. I live in them. Look at these. Look how fun these are. Look at these details. So this classic kind of buckle two-strap sandal is big on all platforms. I have never seen one quite like this. I love the color. I love the contrast stitching. The buckles are functional. So I have a slightly wider foot and I still had to adjust these a little bit.
I only moved them once. There's tons, like you can make it much wider if you need to. There's arch support, gives you a little bit of height. These are fantastic, and these look great with denim. Obviously, they're gonna pop really nicely against white. We're gonna see them again. I love these. I've been wearing them nonstop since I got them. I was trying not to wear all these clothes out and about because I mentioned kind of a messy person and I didn't want to get anything stained before today's live, but I have been living in these shoes. Now, before I change into our next outfit, I do want to hold it up so you can see it a little more closely. This is one of my favorite things that Chico's has ever released. And actually, since I have the Chico's team here, can you please continue to release this in as many colors as possible? The French terry pieces from the Zenergy line, I would live in this. I would make this my summer wardrobe. So this is the top. Can you see there's a little bit of texture here on the front? The back is more of like a solid kind of soft cottony t-shirt material. It has really beautiful contrast ribbing across the bottom, a nice little side hem. And then you have that same contrast around the collar. This also comes in navy if white is not your thing. I love, love, love wearing it paired with the coordinating, I think these are terry pants. You're gonna see them on in a second. These also come in navy. And I believe they come, could be mistaken, in a lighter blue. Like I said, if you like a matching set, if you like to throw something on and not have to think about it, this is amazing. So I'm going to throw it on. We are going to think about it though. So let me kick off my shoes and then I'm going to just off camera. I wish there was an easier way to do this. Like I said, we're all friends here, but we're not that close that I'm going to be taking my clothes off on camera. So I am going to see if there's any questions before I pop off. You'll be able to hear me. I'm going to be talking. Let's talk. Okay, sorry guys. I'm just so excited. There's so much to talk about. Let me tell you a little bit about myself that would explain why I can't stop talking. Before I was an influencer, before I was a full-time stay-at-home mom, and I'd like to say professional volunteer, I was a teacher. I taught second grade, and I was also a reading specialist for the elementary school level. So it's just in my nature to explain things, perhaps too much, but I'd rather give you all the information that you need than leave you wondering about something that I didn't address. So that is why I talk too much. So I'm putting on this terry little set. And like I said, it's sold separately. It doesn't come as a set. You can absolutely wear these two pieces separately. I personally have worn these these two pieces together okay, I'm back. I'm dressed. Whew. Okay. I have worn them. Let's see, which shoes to wear. I think these. These are their Phoenix platforms. How fun. Like it adds some height without being a high heel. And again, with the cool sole. Oh, okay, let me put these on. I love tan and white together. I think it looks very elegant. So I personally wore these for a travel day, threw a little jacket over it if it was cool on the plane, wore this as a vacation outfit, walking around a resort. So as you can see, these are obviously white and they're a French terry construction, so not as heavy, but I am just wearing, I won't show you. I'm wearing skin tone underwear and pretty sure you can't see any underwear or any underwear line because it's the endless, it's the endless line, or is it the vanishing 360? Soma has some underwear that's specifically designed to disappear under clothing, and this is definitely one of them. So this is, again, normally I tuck everything in because of this really nice stitching here. I just don't feel like I have to. If I wanted to show off the pockets a little bit more, I would just kind of fold it under and not tuck it and just leave it like this. I know we have 4 more outfits to get to, but I could stay in this for days. It feels like you're wearing pajamas, but I feel like it looks a little more put together just because it's matching. Another big trend that's not new to any of us, but if you want to look a little more elegant, a little more polished, head to toe one color, white is very much of the quiet luxury kind of look. Obviously Americana. If you wanted to add some blue, get these in the blue, wear the white and the blue together. But I feel like a monochromatic look is very slimming. It's very polished. Let's add some more. Let's add accessories, by the way. I love these. The is a set of five. Five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They do have these bangles in other colors. They're stretchy, they're fun, and I love that it's just like a full white on white moment here. So I think this outfit speaks for itself. It's all machine washable, by the way, and I have thrown it in the dryer as well. This is actually last year's outfit. I did not order this just for today's live. I've had this one in my closet for I think 2 years now. So, oh, maybe longer. Yeah. And so look how well it's held up. Do we have any questions on this outfit before we move on? Because I've been talking far too much. Oh my gosh. They don't look as short on me. Oh, we're backing up to the shorts. I'm only 5'4", so that's probably why. There's just not as much leg as on an actual model. I'm just a, normal person. So there's probably 6 inches less length on the legs than what you're seeing on their website. So many questions and I can't see them. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. We're almost 15 minutes in and I've been talking too long. So let me slip this off. Let me show you really quickly the next one before we get to it. This is a piece that just grab it. It's a linen, easy blazer. You can even throw it on this. Look, so if I'm traveling, I'm on the plane, I'm cold. This is not what I planned to show it to you with, but I just want you to see that just because you buy one piece, it doesn't mean you wear it with one thing. You want to get as much use as you can out of it. Maybe tuck this in a little. We're good. We're good for an airplane. We're good for an over-conditioned restaurant. We're good for running in the grocery store, the mall, what have you. So let me put this on with the other stuff I had planned, and we will get through this faster. Sorry, guys. I'm just kind of learning the pacing of this. So I'm going to grab this linen shell and another amazing find. These are lightweight jeans. Look at how they float. All right, let me pop those on while we talk. So all of these outfits, of course, would look amazing for any kind of vacation that you have coming up. But like most of us are just living every day and we're not going on vacation. So where are you wearing them? That outfit that I just shared, the all white, of course, I would wear it just on my day-to-day life. Whether I'm just at home working, I work from home, obviously. They're in my family room, basically. Or if I'm, getting my nails done, running to the grocery store, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be saved for a special event. And that's what I love about all of these pieces, is that they're great for special events, but that doesn't mean you have to save them for one. You want to live in these pieces, and they are meant to be worn. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So, that was like some speed changing. So here we are. It would be nice if I put some shoes on for you. Let's do these. These are a raffia ballet flat. I think they look great with the denim. Real quickly, basic shell or linen tank. I say it's cut a little boxier. And if you're not sure on sizing, I don't think I would size down. I would rather it be a little looser than too tight, especially in very hot weather. Easily can be tucked in, but it's got really cute button detail here. So if you want to leave it untucked, it absolutely can. We need to talk about these jeans. These are technically jeans. You saw how loose fit, like they're so lightweight. They feel like more like a tinsel. Drawstring. I should probably get fully dressed for y'all. This is gonna go with everything. Like, I want to say for each piece, this is a must-have. This is a must-have. There's so many great things. And then just so that I look a little more put together for you, let's do this. Okay, I'm in such a rush to get my clothes on and off that I think I've gotten myself all. There we go. So, there it is. I just think, let's tuck it in a little bit, shall we? Let's get a little definition. And that's a nice thing about the front tuck when you're wearing like another layer is you don't need to tuck the whole thing in. If you only just tuck this and then you have a layer over it, nobody knows. Nobody knows. And then you can add those stretchy bracelets. And this is a whole great look. Where am I wearing this? Again, anywhere I want. I could wear this out to dinner. I could wear this to lunch with friends. I would be fine wearing this to the grocery store. Our grocery store is like a meat locker, the entire grocery store. So it's nice to have this layer. And then when I get outside, off it goes. What else is nice about this is that it is a tank, but it's very wide in the straps. So the bra is totally covered, even though the armholes are a little bit lower and it's a boxier fit, they're still cut high enough that they're covering up your bra. I think this is fantastic. Another great option from Chico's. They do everything so well. All right. In the interest of saving time, I don't think I'm going to hang all my clothes back up. So let's move on to, let me just show you the difference here. Okay. I did not get a lot of sleep the last couple of nights. We've been traveling a lot. I'm still catching up. I look okay in the white. Let me tell you something. If you want an instant change to your face, just light yourself up without having to deal with makeup or anything else, this true red, no iron linen piece, huge game changer. Let me throw that on right quick and we can chat. So Chico's is known for a lot of things. I don't know that many people know about their shoes, but I hope you leave this live knowing that their shoes are incredible. They are absolutely known for their no iron linen line, have been for years. I think my very first piece of actual clothing from Chico's that I bought was was this shirt that I'm putting on right now, but just in a different color. I love it. When they say no iron, they are not kidding. I throw mine in the washer, throw mine in the dryer. Don't always throw your linen in the dryer. Just double check on that. If you're not sure, definitely air dry. And then their linen piece, like their linen pants, let me show you them both. So this shirt that I'm putting on comes in more colors than I can count, but when I saw the bright red on the website, I knew I had to have it. And I'm pairing it with a pair of pull-on, flat front linen pants. They are so cute. Let me just pull them all the way on. Okay. I'm going to put these raffia flats back on. The linen blazer is not stretchy. I would say the one thing linen is just not, it has no give. So it's a natural fiber. It's amazing to have this time of year. The one thing it doesn't do, unlike Chico's jeans, is stretch, unfortunately. But their sizing is really forgiving and true. So what I had on was my normal size. Okay, so this is an unstyled. I just threw it on for you. Look at the color. I mean, this is stunning. I know many of you have heard about getting your colors done. What season are you? I poo-pooed it for a long time, but I actually had mine done a few months ago and it made all the difference. Now there's one color that everyone allegedly can wear, and it's this true neutral red. And I really think it makes a huge difference. So let's try styling it. So first of all, it's about bracelet length. A lot of Chico's pieces are 3/4 lengths. This one is more of a bracelet length, but if you want it to look a little more styled, I would recommend folding the cuffs back. And there is a more on-trend way or more modern way to do it, which honestly works better for me, is you don't start rolling from the cuff. You actually take the cuff and you pull it all the way back, if you want, about up to your elbow, and then roll it again. That's the way the kids are doing it these days. The nice thing is you get it to hit you right at the crook of your elbow, which is a very flattering place to stop a sleeve, and it stays rolled up this way. So that's a nice option if you want it, or you can just scooch it up, or we can just leave it as it is. Another thing I recommend is unbutton it a little bit. Pop your collar. Oops, let me just take my necklace off. Okay, I'm literally falling apart here. All my things are fine. Okay, pop your collar up a little bit, and let's tuck this in. I'm going to tuck it into, look at this, these flat front pants. These are amazing. I love this color. They are more of I'd say a straight leg. They're not wide leg. A lot of you have been asking me to show linen that's not wide leg, and I can understand it can get a little overwhelming. Let's tuck this in. It does have an elastic back, super comfy. I'll just throw this on really quickly. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. We have a couple more outfits to show. And there you have it. If you really want to have a different way to tuck in your shirt, you can take the bottom of it if you feel like it's too bulky in here and tuck it under your bra, right at the bottom of your bra. and it'll blouse out and it's lovely. Or you could do a little tie. This would look great paired back with, I didn't even get to show you these, but look at these with white jeans or the white shorts that I showed you or the lightweight denim. This is gonna go with everything. And if red's not your color, they have about a million of them. A million's a bit of an exaggeration, but there are quite a few. Do we have any questions about all of this before we move on? Because I have two more outfits and I don't want to, I know that you guys don't want me to babble on much more than I am. No? Okay, nothing's popping up. Oh, are the shoes true to size? Yes. I'm a size 7. I order all of their shoes online because you have to. All of them a size 7. Never had to return them because they don't fit. It's amazing. I don't have time to show you these, but look at the details on this. Like, I'm not gonna, when I say I don't have time, I don't want to put them with one of these outfits, but look at this mesh. Look at the beautiful embroidery. And there's arch support in here. Like, just the details that they put into these pieces are incredible. Okay. I was going to show you how to accessorize this, but I have two more outfits. So I just want to show you again the details. Look at this scarf. I was going to tie it around my neck and get all red, white, and blue with you, but in the interests of time, this is a reversible scarf. It's beautiful. The trend these days is to just, tie it around the neck, which I think is fantastic. If you have any issues with your neck, it hides a multitude of sins, which I'm very happy about. But look at the artwork. I mean, I would frame this. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. You could tie it around the handle of a handbag, use it as a hairband. There's so many options with this. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. I know that, well, I was going to say, I know that from time to time, Chico's actually releases prints that are hand painted originally. They do some beautiful things. Really quickly, where are we wearing this? I've told you how to pair this with other pieces. These linen pants are absolutely casual enough to wear every day, especially if you just pair it down with like a white t-shirt or sneakers or something like that. If you happen to be working in an office environment or you want to get a little more dressed, I think these linen pants can be worn casually or dressed up, just depending on, whether you're wearing with a blouse, a little bit of a heel or something like that. I would absolutely wear this into an office setting if I were to go into one. I would take this to a meeting, lunch, what have you. Okay, now we're getting a little more dressed up. This next piece, these are two separates. This is a cargo blazer and then the matching pants. This would be an amazing outfit if you have an outdoor graduation event to go to, a baby shower, a wedding shower. Let me throw it on. And in the interest of making sure nothing falls out, this is another must-have piece. They're microfiber tanks. They come in so many colors. This is an optic white. This one, I'm going to have to talk very quickly through. Hopefully, I won't run out of breath because I didn't see any more questions pop up. Okay. So I think most people are kind of done with the college graduations. For some reason, I don't understand why colleges started doing this. I don't remember this being a thing when I graduated from college 150 years ago, but I've noticed that many universities hold their graduation ceremonies on Mother's Day weekend because that's what we want to do on our weekend, right? Both of my boys graduated from the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss, and they always have it on the big one on the Saturday before Mother's Day. I mean, it was a special, obviously very, very special weekend, but I never did understand why they did that. Okay. Let me show you something as I'm struggling to get into this as quickly as possible. If you order anything that comes with a self-tying belt from Chico's, and I've seen people tell me that they didn't get the belt. Yes, you did. Look at the tag. They are geniuses. They put it through that loop there. So we're getting there. Let me put this part on and then I'll put the I'll put the pants on off camera. Okay, so this is the basically kind of like a sleeveless, almost like a blazer, which I think is super cute. I love this color. It's beautiful. I'm gonna just, in the interest of time, just wrap this around. So this is the belt that it comes with. And this is a little looser fitting on me, but because of the belt, I don't feel like I needed to order the next size down. These are functional pockets. And just as you can see, like, would I necessarily put this particular pair of pants with this? No. But you can see that it doesn't have to be paired with the matching pants. But let's go ahead and do this. Ah, let's talk about fabric care. I could do a whole hour-long session on this. I'm sure that's what you signed up for. I detest ironing. I cannot stand it. I'm not good at it. I ruin clothes. I don't do it. I haven't done it in years and years and years because I steam everything. I have a couple of steamers that I love. I talk about them all the time over on my YouTube channel. I'm glad that you guys are here with me on Instagram, but YouTube is my main home, if you will, on social media. Here are the pants. How pretty are these? Let's put some shoes on, shall we? So I steam everything. Even the no iron stuff, after you wash it, of course, you're going to have to give it a little zhuzh. Look at these shoes. How fun are these? Look at those details. And yes, a little bit of a heel, but a very walkable heel. Now, I am wearing Chico's earrings that I cannot stop wearing. I have them in both the silver and the gold. But how pretty would they be with this? A little bit of a statement. I love a monochromatic look. I think this is amazing. You absolutely need this tank underneath. I would not recommend not having a tank on under it. It doesn't have to be white. You can do some other colors. I could see this like, you can see this with the off-white. Honestly, that's about it. This is like more of a teal blue, so this one's a little harder. Look at these details. We've got the split on the side. We have the functional pockets. Now, if you wanted to switch things up a little bit, you could take this belt off and swap it out with your own belt, maybe to coordinate with your shoes, however you want to do that. It's a nice long look. I like the flow of these. I love this. I like the little fold back here. Just all the little details. It's basically like a summer suit, if you will. And then we have one last outfit to share with you. So before we get to that, just to round up where I wear this is a little bit dressier. So I could see this for date night, a dinner, a more like a business type lunch, any kind of brunch, wedding shower, baby shower, and a little daytime event, especially if you pair it with a little cute little handbag. I feel like this could take you a lot of places. And because it's super lightweight, it's also fantastic for travel. Easy to pack this thing. And I did steam this, and I actually did not steam the pants. These pants came out of the package just like this. So very travel friendly. Now the last piece I'm the most excited about, I have to admit, living in San Antonio, Texas, when we hit 100 degrees, more days than not, I'm in a dress. Not this dress. This is a very pretty fancy, a little bit more fancy dress. But look at all these details. I have the belt for it right here. Look at that. Look at the little embroidery. They actually have sandals on their website that look like this red coral that perfectly coordinate with this. But I'm going to try to get myself into this super quickly before I move on to off camera. Do we have any questions? Chico's friends. Anything? No? Okay, hang on. I will start. I can take this off while I'm talking to you. I wish there was a way we could do this where I could stay on camera and change, but it's a no. I mean, look, even like the buttons are perfect. Honestly, while I'm thinking about it, this little outfit would look great with that white linen blazer with the scrunch sleeves. That would work perfectly. So you can get even more wear out of this. But okay, now we've reached the part where I gotta step off screen. So this next dress, I just wanted to leave you with one dress option. There are so many. And before we leave the tops, I forgot to tell you one of the best parts. Right now on the Chico's website, and I'm assuming in store, I could be wrong, the Chico's team will correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. You can get 40% off 2 full-priced tops from Chico's. That's pretty amazing. So you buy 2 full price, you get them 40% off. Or if you're only buying 1, then it's 25% off. Okay. Oh, I love this dress. I did try this on before, and this is, look at the way the stripes go here and then go down, contrasting like that, I think is very slimming. Look at the side panels. It's very figure flattering, and I don't even have the tie on. Let me see here. We're just gonna do a quick little side bow. I'm not an expert bow tire here, but and pockets. Every dress should have pockets. It's a rule. Why? I don't put anything in here, but believe it or not, I can be a little socially awkward. And when you're just standing around at a party and you don't know what to do with yourself, it's nice to have somewhere to stick your hands. It's also nice to stick a phone in here. These are actually deep enough that you could stick a lip gloss, your phone, a key, and you're good to go. What is the height on this heel? 2 3/4 inches. And it's a block heel, so very wearable. And look at this, guys. Look at the little rubber grippy things on here and on here. So you don't have to worry about slipping or sliding. It's very sturdy. I could be wrong. Someone can correct me. I think these also come in silver. A lot of these shoe options also come in other colors, which is fantastic. This one, obviously, I'm not wearing this to the grocery store necessarily, although I could. This is definitely more of a party dress, you know, something that requires a dress. It feels really cool and crisp though. And I have to tell you again, this was one that I did not have to steam. It came to me this way. It feels really good on. I'm just putting in these really fun earrings. These are big statement earrings, but they don't weigh my earlobes down. I am well past the point. I don't care how cute something is. If it's not comfortable, if it hurts or it's scratchy or it's binding, I'm not wearing it. We have options. We don't need to put up with that anymore. What? Oh, so this, I know why this feels so cool. This is cotton poplin. I love this. So cool and crisp to the touch. It probably, definitely, because it's cotton poplin, would need a little zhuzh with a steamer after you wash it. But look at how it moves. So you get the twirl without having to worry that it's going to blow over your head, especially if you're outdoors. I would wear this to a pool party with different shoes. Those red corally looking slides that they have, or they're strappy sandals, but they're flats. Check them out on their website. That they would look great. If you want to dress this down a little bit, I know this is not for everyone, but white sneakers would look fabulous with this. If you're in a little bit more cooler weather, a little denim jacket thrown over, or one of Chico's actual denim shirts just thrown over and maybe tied around your waist. There's so many things you can do with this. I just love how they make dresses. And this is the regular length, not the petite. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? And this dress, again, is true to size. I especially like that the belt, you know, you can tie it as tight or as loose as you want it, but it just is cut, just kind of hug the body a little bit. I have more of an hourglass shape, so I do have a little bit of a waist, but I go out at the hips and I go out at the bust. And this just, I think this is going to work on a lot of body types. So before I say goodbye, I really didn't want to keep you here past 30 minutes, but I'm just so excited. I love all the things at Chico's, and I could talk forever. I feel badly that I didn't answer many of your comments or questions because I honestly couldn't see them, but I am going to be back, and I'm going to be back with a bigger screen, so hopefully I'll be able to read your comments. So if you enjoyed this, and please, I hope that you did, I will be back with Chico's again 2 weeks from today, Wednesday, May 28th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central for my Texas friends that are watching as well. We'll be talking about all new pieces, totally different edit there. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you had fun. Don't forget to comment links to get all the pieces links sent to you in your DMs. And this amazing deal going on, 40% off, 2 full price tops, 25% just one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you had just even a little bit as much fun as I did talking to you. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Or you can follow me on my Instagram, Miss Gold Girl, and then I'll see you tomorrow.